Welcome students to our today's lesson. Today we are going to learn on how to construct a tangent from a point outside the ellipse. I know in our previous lessons we drew a tangent from a point within that particular ellipse. Now we are going to draw, locate a particular point outside that particular ellipse. Then you get to draw a tangential line towards that ellipse. So, for instance, this is the question. You have been told to construct a tangent from a point outside. These are the points I should be noting. From a point outside the ellipse, given that the major axis is 100 millimeters and the minor axis is 60 millimeters. So, to draw this particular ellipse, first of all, we said that you have to concentrate with the minor axis to get your focal length. So we said that to concentrate with the measurements of the major axis. So the major axis here, it is 100 millimeters. So we need to subdivide it in such a manner at intervals of 10 so that whatever we add, we still get the 100 millimeters again. So 100 millimeters is what we have been given. So using intervals of 10, so if we start with the 10 here, this will be 90. So 10 plus 90, 100 again, 20, 80, 100, 30, 70, 40, 60, 50, 50, we have 60, 40, we have 70, 30, 80, 90, 80, 20, then 90, 10. So this is the table that should make. This is F1, then this is F2. So this is the column of F1, then F2, then immediately you begin. You have been told the major axis is 100 millimeters. So you will draw a starting line like that. Then measuring 100 millimeters from your ruler, which is 10 centimeters. This is A, B. Let's divide this. This is the center O. Then we are in the minor axis. I should measure, when you divide this by 2, you should get 30. So I should measure 3. Should measure 3 centimeters. Put a mark. Again, put a mark. This is C. D. So this is 3 centimeters, this is 3, so that the total is 6 centimeters, which is equivalent to 60 millimeters. So again, I should transfer these measurements either from point 0 to O, 0 to B, or from 0 to A. So using the same measurements, I should step at C, then put a mark, put another mark. This is F1, F2. So now let's use F1. F1 is 10, F2 is 90. Stepping at F1, So you should always, now when you are drawing this table, you should be stepping at point 1 at that particular measurement, then F2 at that particular measurement you have been given. So stepping at F1 at 10, put a mark, put another mark. F2 is 90, should measure 90, a mark, then another mark, then 20 by 80, 20 at F1, F2 is 80, then we have 30 F1, then 70 F2, stretching to 70, then we have 40 by 60, 40 millimeters, 60 F2 should stretch, measure 60, that, then 50, 50, F1 50, $60 by 40, then 70 by 30, 70 F1, 70 millimeters, 30 F2, F1, then 20, $90 by 10, F2 10, draw the fair curve now. So you can see now this is my ellipse. So now what do I need to do? I have been taught to draw the ellipse to draw a tangent from a point outside the ellipse. So let's decide that our point, which is now outside, let's call it point D. This is the point outside now. Let's draw a tangent towards this particular ellipse. So now, how do we begin? So now, first of all, you should stretch your canvas to point D towards F2 like this. Then draw an arc. Then again, using the measurements of the major axis from point A to point B, this one, I should draw another arc to intersect with the first arc. So now, whatever is remaining is, I should join these points P, Q, I should now draw line P. Line P should be touching the surface of the ellipse So you can see that it touches the surface of the ellipse. Then again, draw another one starting from this point Q touching the surface of the ellipse. Like that. So now I need to draw a tangential line now towards this particular ellipse. So now starting from point D, wherever this line, this one, touches the surface of this ellipse, I should draw a line now towards that particular point. Like that. So you can see wherever this line, this one, touches the surface of this ellipse, have drawn a line. Then again, draw a line from point D towards that point whereby this line touches the surface of this ellipse. So stepping at point D, D is like that. So I have drawn a line to wherever that point whereby this particular line we drew touches the surface of this ellipse. So you can see now these are our tangential lines. This line, this is the tangential line, and again also this line which is touching now the surface of the ellipse is the tangential lines. So here we have two tangential lines, this one and this one. So you can see that our point, which is point D, is outside somewhere. It is somewhere outside there. Somewhere outside, whereby we have located it as this somewhere here. Then we have drawn lines now touching the surface of this particular ellipse. So thank you so much, students. Let's meet in our next lesson.